Welcome to ANCA here in Wixom, Michigan. It is a beautiful day here today, and I'm very excited to be here. Not only do I get to be here, but I get to bring you with me to show you the tour. So we're going to walk inside. I'm not going to talk too much, but 1974 is when ANCA was first started, and 1989 was when they brought it to the U.S. So I want to invite you inside as they're having a really cool event today, and we're going to go over some of the technology, the warehousing, the service, the support, the fact that they do spindle repair in-house, the fact that they're able to pretty much take care of a customer with repairs and sales and everything in between with a world-leading technology. Now, if you haven't heard of ANCA, first of all, that's darn near impossible because they're world famous. But if you haven't, this is an Australian-based company that is all over the world. If you take a look at this map, you see them in the US, South America, Mexico as well, all over Asia, and of course, here in the bottom, which is so far away, but I love one day to go to Australia. They are based in Australia. We have great workers here just below the ANCA CNC machines. I believe we have John waiting for us. We're going to go over three major pieces of technology. With that being said, there's tons of technology here, but I'm not going to put you through an hour-and-a-half video. We're going to try and keep this down somewhat and see how many pieces of technology we can get to you as quickly as possible. John, how are you, my friend? Thank you so much for having us at this beautiful facility on a day where you have so many people here as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming here. It's awesome to have you guys. It's awesome for you to be here. Yeah, it's a busy day, as you can see. Technology Days, day one. We have another one tomorrow, but we're happy to have everyone here. And as you can see, there's a lot of buzz going on, so a lot of noise. So it's a good thing. It's definitely a good thing.
Absolutely. A lot of buzz, a lot of smiles, a lot of really great conversations happening for the audience who wants to know more about ANCA. There's websites, there's socials, there's John. John came in 2014 as well. So we want to talk to you about technology first of all. And we picked out three machines that we think will be hopefully inspirational for you to want to learn more about ANCA if you don't already, or if you're not already working with them, because they are kind of that company that wants to be your friend as well as a partner. They want you to succeed just like they want to succeed as well, which is, I think, is important to understand. You treat everyone as a friend when you work with them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, ANCA, work culture is definitely an important thing in ANCA. So yeah, friendships are definitely a good thing to have in a workplace. So camaraderie, and as far as customers are concerned, man, yeah, we treat everybody like family. You know, we want to be a part of their growth, their progress. If they're happy, we're happy. So yeah, definitely, absolutely.
Well, I feel like family already, so thank you for that. I do appreciate it. So let's move into this piece of technology here. Now, I see a FANUC robot in there. I see some cutting tools that I'm familiar with. I see some grinding going on. Would you mind going into some of the details of what this machine can do for your customers?
Yeah, I would love to, definitely. So this is our FX7 machine. This thing is pretty loaded, as you can see. So one of the things that is going to stand out for our customers or potential customers is the high wheel pack capacity. So you mentioned the FANUC robot, good eye. This robot can load and unload tools, but also load and unload wheel packs in and out of the spindle. So everything, as you can see, is compact inside of the canopy, so you don't have to have an extra cabinet or an extra piece of equipment on the outside adding to the footprint, because nobody wants that, right? So very compact, very neatly designed. Laser Ultra for in-process laser gauging or in-process measurement. It's got an eye view camera for you can inspect the part, live feed on the monitor, without having to remove the part from the collet. So that's sometimes very important for customers, and we want to be able to give you that option. High capacity, you can run, a bunch of tools. And then another thing that this one has is RFID technology. So you can do mixed batches, right? So this will automatically change the collet if the next tool is a different diameter. So that's huge, if you want to run, 5 half-inch tools, 7 3/4-inch tools, 25 whatever the case might be, you're able to do that with our RFID technology. So very easy to use. So.
John, I hear you saying, robots. I hear you saying RFID. I see a Bloom logo here. You mentioned vision with precision, being able to change out parts and tools. Ultimately, what I'm hearing from you is, in this world we're living in, where we're all fighting for labor, where we're all trying to hire new people, it's not always available. So a machine like this can really help someone do more with less, without the people, right?
You said it. So every single customer I visit over the last, I don't know, 2.5 years, they're struggling to find staff. They're struggling to find workers, operators, and with automation, with just technology that allows our customers to run machines unmanned, unsupervised is really everything, especially nowadays where you can't really find the right people. So we want to be able, as a company, we want to be able to provide that option. So if you're somebody who wants things done properly and well without having somebody standing in front of the machine the whole time, so you can have that person running 3 or 4 machines. So that eliminates the need to find somebody else to fill those positions. So absolutely.
So let's take a walk over to the next machine. But as we do that, John, I'd like to share a story with you and the audience as well. I was talking with a young man who was a little bit afraid of automation. He said, I'm really good at my machine right now, and I'm afraid if the automation comes, I'm going to lose my job. This was the initial fear. Now, this young man ended up being able to run 4 machines instead of just the one, thanks to the automation. He doubled the output on the machine he was running while simultaneously being able to run more, which ultimately made him more money because the company was making more money.
Yeah.
I looked at him and said, so how do you feel about automation? And I was like, I love it! That kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about this technology. Talking with some of your team, something about this machine is exciting for the audience, right? Something about this technology is something we really want to share.
Yeah, so Anka has been putting a lot of work into this MX7 Ultra package. Some of the biggest things is nano control, where now the precision is 100 times more accurate. So nano control, motor temperature control, redesigned C-axis for more rigidity, more stability. So when customers want to make really good, near perfect geometry, high-end tools, this is the machine to do it on, because when you talk about grinding profiles, grinding corner radii, grinding ball end mills, it's very important to have precision. It's all about precision. It's all about high-end quality, finish, and precision, and this is what the machine can deliver.
John, you may not know this, but there was a time in my life where I was considered a reliable source for high-speed manufacturing, and up to 90,000 RPM where an end mill had to spin. And I'll tell you what happened when it was out of balance and it was about 10,000 in diameter. Well, let's just say it broke. First of all, 10,000, it broke is what happened. But even something larger, it's going to be a reduced tool life. Let's say we have 4 flute, maybe we're only cutting on 2 flute, and that could be because the creation of the tool, or it could be the vibration of the machine that it's in and being out of tolerance, and the balancing that goes into it. There's lots of different multiplication table additives that go, well, I need to have this right, this right, this right, but it starts here with precision. And I've watched too much Ant-Man, so I kind of know about nanotechnology. However, something like this is incredibly important, not just in the beginning, but throughout the entire manufacturing process.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We have software that is very friendly, it's ANCA software, by the way. So one of the big things about tools is they have to be balanced, they have to be, because when you're running them at 90,000 RPMs, whatever you described, we don't want that to happen. So we have tool balancing software, so we have all these kinds of packages that can cater to whatever our customers need. So tool balancing is one of them, easy to use software for end mills, for drills, for even special tools. We open that door for our customers to come in and use the machine, learn it in just a few days, and not be afraid of technology. So.
Well, let's take a look at this third machine as we're really showcasing, even though you have so many in here and everyone came to see them all, we're showcasing 3 today. But as we do that, you mentioned the ease of use of software. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, my friend, but you mentioned 2014, to me, off camera, that you came into the building and you were learning about ANCA machines. You conveyed to me that this was new for you.
Yeah.
And within the 3rd week, you were training other people. So this does go to the simplicity of the software and the machine, right?
That's correct. So when you think about ANCA as a company, they've done such a tremendous work in the background to make sure that our software is easy to use, friendly, conversational, etc., right? I'm a testament to that, because when I first got hired at ANCA back in 2014, I hadn't seen an ANCA grinder. I hadn't even seen a tool and cutter grinder, period. So when this opportunity was presented to me, I was nervous, I was a little scared. So I come in and they train me for a couple of weeks. I see how easy it is, and it was just a phenomenal thing to be able to learn in just a couple of weeks, to get comfortable enough with the software to where I was already, comfortable to show others and to say, hey, this is what you can do on the machine. So ANCA does that, and they make it very easy for our customers to come in, power up the machine, look at the software, and be like, oh, that makes sense. So,
we always say that as salespeople, right? We know it's true. We can touch the screen a few times within a week or so, we're up and running. But what I like to convey to the audience that always watches the MTD channel is, it's not just a sales pitch, guys and gals. It is true. When you walk up to these ANCA machines, you will learn them so quickly. So if this is your first investment or your 10th investment or a new piece of technology within ANCA, because you already have a bunch, you're going to be able to learn it, catch on really quick, and get up and running and making money right away. And we're about making money. How about this machine? Can we talk a little bit more about this Linux?
Yeah, so this is our CPX. Yeah, Linux. So this is our linear motors, and which, by the way, are on every platform. But this ANCA CNC, and this was covered, but the CPX linear machine is a blank prep machine. So, we consider it, just support equipment or peripheral equipment, because one of these can probably feed 4 or 5 ANCAs, right, depending on what you're running. But the idea behind this machine is very powerful horsepower spindle. So it's 58 horsepower CPX machine, and then a finishing spindle right behind it. So when you are blank prepping, when you're using this machine to blank prep, to get your blanks ready for, to put them on a different ANCA, which is a 5-axis, it's ready to go. So, you remove all the unwanted carbide and get it ready for, to put on the other machines. But the beauty of this machine is it's powerful 58 horsepower roughing spindle, and then is 13 horsepower finishing spindle. So our cycle times are very competitive, and this has been doing really, really well on the market, man. It's been just a phenomenal product, and we are very proud. We push it as much as we can, because once you put it on your floor, you're going to be happy with it. That's absolute truth. So,
as with all ANCA machines, I'm sure. But the CPX, I'm glad you clarified that, because I was looking at linear motors, and linear motors do help us with that precision, right? There's different types of motors out there. We can go into that in another conversation. We definitely have videos to educate you on that as well. But linear is important, and I think it's important to bring that up. But yes, thank you for letting us know CPX.
Yeah.
And Linux is the linear motors of that. For an audience who's watching right now, who's learning about ANCA, we've now learned about 3 specific machines, but you have a bunch. Where and who and when would a customer give you guys a call and say, I need to learn more about ANCA? Is it just tooling? Because I don't think that's true. There's more to ANCA than making end mills. Who out there, if they're just learning right now, would say, I need to give ANCA a call for these reasons?
We are in every industry you can think of, automotive, aerospace, medical. Medical is a big one, because like you said, our machines don't just run your standard run-of-the-mill mills, drills, etc. Right? We do knee rasps and hip ball joints, and we do dental stuff. We do surgical stuff. We do knives, blades. So if you have any curiosity about what our machines can do, go to our website. You can find links to LinkedIn, to Instagram, to anything you can think of. We're on every platform socially. So absolutely. There you will be directed with someone that will give you a call. So if you're in the central region of the United States, I'll probably be the one that's going to give you a call. So,
you brought that up, and I was thinking in my head as we take a walk, your number is probably 8675309, right? But I also wanted to bring, as we're walking and talking, John, I also wanted to bring something else up. Now that you've done this already on your own, but as you've sold so many of these machines around the world, the cliche statement, which I think is kind of funny, is a salesperson will sell one machine, and it's up to service and support to sell the rest, right? So we've purposely come out into your warehousing department because you have spare parts, you have configuration, you have spindle repair. You're really supporting the customer from the initial education of the product to the purchase of the product and everything that comes after. Can we talk about all of these segments that are kind of behind the scenes when it comes to ANCA?
Yeah, absolutely. See, a number of years ago, ANCA expanded this tech center. It used to be smaller, but I mean, ANCA's grown so much that we just needed more room. So we expanded that way, and then we expanded that way. So it's I don't know square footage, but it's huge. So what we would like to do, like you said, is provide customers with as best support as we possibly can. Our goal is to be number one in lifetime customer satisfaction. That is who we are, right? So in order to do that, we obviously have to be on top of things. One of the things that we do have is we have spare parts on hand, essential components, stuff like that we want to have ready, so that if a customer's machine is down, it'll be down for the least amount of time as possible, because as we both know, if the machine is down, it's not doing anything. So
I get stressed out.
Yeah, yeah, and if the customer's not happy, we're not happy until so. So spare parts, we have huge inventory of all the essentials, always on hand. They ship the same day. And then over on this side, we have configuration base. So the idea behind that is that every time a customer buys a machine, we get the machine, but then we configure it to however the customer needs it to be. So we'll add a FANUC, we'll add laser ultra, we'll add an iView camera, whatever the case might be. And it's all done here, it's all tested. Everything's checked before it leaves to go to the customer site. So as you can see, we have a number of bays here because we're always busy moving machines in and out, shipping them out to customers. So
I think that's all important to bring up, and I also like that you do the spindle repair and the electrical side of things, and you are able to ship components, put it all together in-house, which not a lot of people can do. You're able to do that here. But something that also stands out to me, John, is that sign. Well, the flag, of course, too, with the American flag, but also #1 in lifetime customer experience. What does that mean to you?
Yeah. So we want our customers to be happy with ANCA always. From the moment they buy the machine, it sits on their floor until they're ready to buy the next one. And so we don't want to start off good and then forget about customers. We want to start off good, be good, and just keep getting better, and always just give them the attention that they need, because again, if customers aren't happy, then we can't be happy, and we want them to grow. We want them to, and we want to grow with them. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 machines. We have customers that have over 150 ANCAs. So that's our goal. #1 in lifetime customer experience. So.
Well, starting off good and getting better is exactly what you've done in this interview. I hope everyone who's watching has enjoyed this as well. This is my buddy John. His phone number is 867-5309.
For a good time.
Stop by the website anytime you want. We do appreciate every single one of you watching. John, thank you so much for this tour. And we at MTDCNC and obviously ANCA as well invite you to stop by anytime and see if investing in ANCA is the right thing for your company. Hold on. Where do you think you're going? We're not done yet. I got John still with me. We're looking at the timeline of ANCA and then a special surprise at the end. John, for the audience watching right now who's watched the entire factory tour or even had to go back to the other video to watch the factory tour, what are some of the highlights, do you think, of this beautiful new wall here in Michigan?
Okay, well, as you can see, there's a lot of information out on this wall that says where ANCA's been and where it is now and where it's going. But I would like to focus on two, if that's all right. The very first one is way down here, this 1974, where the two Pats, Big Pat and Little Pat, so Pat Boland, Pat McCluskey, that's where when they founded ANCA in 1974. So fast forward a few years to 2014, and a couple of important things happened this time around. One, I started with the company, which is pretty cool, very excited about that. And then number two, this is when they introduced the FX line, the linear motors, and the technology took it. So it was, I think, in my opinion, humble opinion, it was a pivoting point in ANCA. So very cool time. That's when I went to my first IMTS with ANCA. That's where they launched the FX platform and the linear motors, which have been just a phenomenal product. So.
John, if my math serves me correctly, which sometimes it doesn't, but hopefully it does right now, next year will be a 50th year anniversary in 2024, right?
That is correct, my friend.
Are we going to be invited back?
Absolutely.
There it is on camera. Now, as we slide over, we're going to slide just to the right over here. The camera crew could actually focus on this ANCA Tool of the Year, making the cut, America's top tools. John, would you mind discussing what we're looking at and how this all works?
So, we ask our customers, ANCA users, to submit just whatever they want. They can submit a tool, something they think is special, different, complex. It could be simple in some parts if it has a special application, anything like that. We invite our users to submit tools. You could either do it actually grind it on an ANCA, or you could do a simulation. So it's up to you, whatever you want. We accept both entries, but it's just it's a friendly competition. There's a couple of nice prices at the end, man, and some notoriety for our customers. So we absolutely encourage our customers to do it. I know I'm calling all the time. Have you submitted a tool? Will you submit a tool? Some of our customers are like, okay. But, we want them to. We want them to get excited for this opportunity to, kind of showcase their name out there. And it feels good. We've had somebody who's won twice, and they love it. It's a good opportunity for them to get out there. So.
Any idea how many years you've been doing this? And is this a yearly event? And are there different divisions like beginner, intermediate, expert level? How does this all, if I'm watching right now and I go, oh, I kind of want to be a part of that, how do I get involved? Where would you say is the best way to go about finding out more?
So yeah, this is a competition that we have once a year, and we encourage our customers to enter. So 2 categories, virtual or made on the machine. And please do that. It's really exciting for all of us. So.
Oh, fantastic. So thank you all for watching this wonderful tour we've given, and as well as the ANCA Tool of the Year, 50 years nearly of ANCA. I mean, that's kind of significant. And John, I want to thank you one more time for joining me on camera. If I don't end this soon, though, you're going to take my job. You're too good at this. So we have to move on. Thank you all for watching. This is ANCA, one of those world-renowned grinding companies, and not just tooling, but yeah, go to the website to learn more or give my buddy John a call.